Have you ever imagined a country where you could hear a different language, taste a new food, or encounter a completely different culture just a few miles away? That's Indonesia, the world's largest archipelago nation with over 17,000 islands, where majestic nature and gentle people coexist. From the misty volcanoes of Bromo, the vibrant coral reefs of Raja Ampat, to the ancient rituals of the Toraja people, Indonesia is not a journey for those in a hurry, but for those who crave cultural depth and untouched beauty. Subscribe to the channel to join in on amazing journeys like this, and don't forget to leave a comment if you've been to Indonesia or want to explore this land. Now, let's get started. Starting the journey to discover the beauty of Indonesia, it is impossible not to mention the majestic volcanoes, where the power of nature and the sacredness of the cultural life of the indigenous people converge. Located on the Pacific Ring of Fire, Indonesia owns hundreds of active volcanoes, creating spectacular landscapes that are unique in the world. Among them, Mount Bromo in East Java stands out as a sacred symbol. When dawn breaks, the thin smoke rising from the crater blends with the orange-yellow light, turning the entire Tengger Valley into a surreal picture. Not far away, Mount Merapi, the fierce and frequently erupting volcano, has a beauty that is both enchanting and full of warning. Going further east, Mount Rinjani stands tall on Lombok Island with the dreamy turquoise crater Lake Segera Anak. Mount Ijen stuns visitors with its blue fire phenomenon that burns at night and its brilliant blue acid lake, a rare wonder in the world. Not only impressive for its landscape, these volcanoes also contain ancient legends, where people believe that the souls of ancestors still reside and are worshipped in sacred rituals. Indonesian volcanoes are the perfect combination of breathtaking beauty, mystical energy, and cultural depth that visitors will never forget. Away from the majestic and fierce volcanoes, we find a gentler land, where art and spirituality intertwine in every breath. That is Bali, the legendary island of Indonesia. In a country with a majority Muslim population, Bali stands out with its unique Hindu culture, creating an interesting but extremely harmonious contrast. On this island, religion is not only a belief, but also a way of life. Ancient temples such as Pura Ulen Danu on Lake Bratan or Pura Besaki on Mount Agung are sacred places for people to place their faith, while traditional festivals such as Galungan or Nyepi turn the whole island into a stage of color and meditation. Balinese art is not in a museum, it is present in every dance, every piece of music, every carving on the stone wall or the handmade masks. The Legong, Barong dances, the humming gamelan music, and thousands of artists living and creating every day make Bali the artistic soul of Indonesia. Not only does it stop at culture, Bali's nature also captivates anyone, from Uluwatu Beach with its rolling blue waves, to Ubud rice terraces softly winding between the mountains and forests, all creating a gentle symphony for the soul. Bali is a place not only to explore, but also to feel and heal, where every moment carries within it a profound, subtle, and meditative beauty. If you love exploring new lands, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment sharing your feelings. And now let's explore this country together. After a few moments of immersing ourselves in the art and spirituality of Bali, it's time to dive into the magical underwater world known as the underwater paradise of Raja Ampat. Located in the west of Papua, Raja Ampat is not only a poetic archipelago but also one of the most beautiful diving spots on the planet. Raja Ampat possesses the world's most diverse marine biodiversity, with more than 1,500 species of fish, 600 species of coral, and hundreds of rare marine species. Under the crystal clear blue water is a colorful kingdom, vibrant coral reefs, schools of groupers, sea turtles, stingrays, and sometimes giant whale sharks quietly swimming by. This place is a paradise for diving enthusiasts. From gentle snorkeling on the water to scuba diving deep into the ocean, each dive is an exciting journey of discovery, as if you are flying through a never-ending shimmering coral forest. Not only the ocean, Raja Ampat also impresses with the simple, warm life of the indigenous people. They live mainly by fishing, weaving, and marine conservation. The gentle smiles, slow lifestyle, and harmonious relationship between people and nature create a rare, peaceful atmosphere. Raja Ampat is not only a place to admire the ocean, but also a place to learn to appreciate, preserve, and love nature, a precious gem of Indonesia in the vast ocean. From the vibrant coral reefs of Raja Ampat, our journey continues to a wild land where time seems to stand still and nature remains in its most primitive state, Komodo National Park, home to the most mysterious creature on the planet, the Komodo dragon. The Komodo dragon is the world's largest lizard, found only on a few Indonesian islands such as Komodo, Rinca, and Flores. Reaching a length of up to 3 meters and weighing more than 70 kilograms, the Komodo dragon looks like it came straight out of prehistoric times. Despite their fearsome appearance, they are extremely interesting creatures, possessing intelligent hunting abilities, a keen sense of smell, and can even reproduce asexually in the absence of males. Not only home to giant dragons, Komodo National Park is also home to diverse ecosystems, from sunburnt savanna forests, unique pink beaches, to biologically rich seas. Visitors can trek through the islands to observe wildlife or immerse themselves in the quiet nature, where the sound of wind and waves becomes the soundtrack to an exciting adventure. Besides its ecological beauty, Komodo is also associated with many mysterious folk tales, where the locals believe that this dragon has a sacred connection with their ancestors. Komodo is a place where nature speaks, where humans are no longer the center, but only a small part of the wild and majestic picture of creation. If you love exploring new lands, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment sharing your feelings. And now let's explore this country together. After the amazing experiences in the wild nature of Komodo, now it is time for us to delve deeper into the identity of the Indonesian people, where indigenous communities have preserved and passed down ancient cultures thousands of years old. Of the more than 1,300 ethnic groups living on this archipelago, each group has its own distinct cultural color, creating a unique and multidimensional ethnographic picture. Prominent among them are the Toraja people in Sulawesi, famous for the most mysterious funeral rituals in the world. For them, death is not the end, but a transition to the afterlife. Funerals can last for days, even years, with coffin processions, buffalo sacrifices, and tombs carved right into vertical cliffs, a strange combination of spirituality and sculpture. In the remote mountains of Papua, the Dani people still live according to ancient customs, wearing traditional grass costumes, hunting and holding war-simulating festivals to educate young people about courage. The values of community, connection to nature, and national pride have been maintained through generations. From thatched roof houses to brocade costumes, from harvest festivals to sacred dances, indigenous Indonesian culture is not just a past, but a living inspiration, reminding us of the richness and resilience of human identity. Continuing our journey to explore the colorful beauty of Indonesia, we stop at one of the country's most spectacular natural attractions, Lake Toba, a blue gem nestled quietly in a giant volcanic crater in North Sumatra. Lake Toba is famous not only for its poetic scenery, but also for its extraordinary geological scale. It is the largest volcanic lake in the world, formed from a catastrophic eruption more than 70,000 years ago. In the middle of the calm lake is Samosir Island, an island in the lake, which preserves the cultural quintessence of the Batak people, one of the ethnic minorities with the strongest identity in Indonesia. On the island, you can encounter traditional Batak houses with curved roofs like wind-gliding boats, attend spiritual ceremonies, listen to the majestic Gondang musical instruments, and watch the ancient Tortor dance associated with ancestral beliefs. The Batak people's way of life revolves around family, community, and nature, all of which blend together to create a profound and captivating cultural space. Not only is Lake Toba steeped in history, it is also an ideal place for relaxation and recreation. The landscape here is like a watercolor painting: the deep blue lake, the rolling hills, the fresh air, and the absolute silence, all of which slow down time. Lake Toba is not only a scenic spot, but also a place to find inner peace amidst the hustle and bustle of modern life. After a peaceful moment by Lake Toba, we continue our journey to explore Indonesia through the vibrant life of the cities, where history, culture, and modernity blend strongly on every street and every architectural work. Indonesia not only has pristine nature, but is also home to cities that bear the mark of time and constant change. First is Jakarta, the dynamic capital and the economic and political center of the country. Although it stands out with skyscrapers, modern commercial centers, and a bustling pace of life, Jakarta still retains many old street corners, Dutch churches, old forts, and museums preserving the history of colonial rule. Meanwhile, Yogyakarta is the cultural and historical soul of Java. The city is notable for its royal palace, the Kraton, batik workshops, wayang shadow puppetry, and especially the two World Heritage Sites of Borobudur and Prambanan, majestic Buddhist and Hindu architectural wonders that take us back to the glorious era of ancient kingdoms. Semarang and Surabaya are not to be missed, large cities with many structures in the interwoven Dutch, Chinese, and Islamic architectural styles. Every street corner, every roof tile tells a story about the bustling trading port, about the migrations, and the colonial memories that shaped the face of Indonesia today. These cities are not only destinations, but also vivid chapters that write the multi-layered identity of the archipelago country. And now, let your emotions guide you into the vibrant world of art and unique cuisine, where Indonesia tells its story through unforgettable colors and flavors. Indonesian cuisine is a feast of colors and flavors, reflecting the cultural diversity spread across 17,000 islands. You cannot miss nasi goreng, the national fried rice dish, rendang, spicy beef stew with coconut milk that is globally recognized, or sauté, grilled meat skewers served with rich peanut sauce. Each dish is a story of the land, of the people, of memories. In addition, the art of batik, a traditional fabric dyeing technique, has been recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage. Batik patterns are not only beautiful but also contain spiritual meanings, expressing status, religion, and family stories. The country's rhythmic gamelan music and graceful traditional dances complete the country's multidimensional artistic landscape. From local food festivals to folk performances, Indonesia not only fills your stomach but also your soul, a fusion of tradition and emotion that touches every sense. Continuing the journey to discover the unique colors of art and flavors, we quietly step into the rustic rural life and traditional craft villages, where the true soul and deep cultural identity of Indonesia are preserved. On the winding hillsides or flooded fields of Java, Bali, and Sulawesi, farmers diligently grow rice, coffee, and cloves, the products that have made the island nation's name on the world map. Each season is not only a story of livelihood, but also a journey of living in harmony with the land, the rain, and the sun. Along the coast, traditional fishing villages appear with the image of Fenesai boats catching the wind, the sound of children playing on the sand, and bustling seafood markets every morning. Meanwhile, traditional craft villages such as ikat weaving, pottery making, wood carving, or iron forging not only preserve the beauty of handicrafts, but are also the cultural pride of each community. Folk festivals, from Thanksgiving to traditional agricultural rituals, revive the spirit of togetherness and deep-rooted spiritual beliefs. This is where Indonesia touches the hearts of travelers, quietly, but sustainably and deeply. After a slice of human life, it's time to immerse ourselves in the green forest, where Indonesia holds the wildest secrets of the planet. From Borneo, Kalimantan, to Sumatra, this country owns ancient tropical rainforests, where nature still retains its pristine and rare grandeur. This is one of the regions with the highest biodiversity in the world, a common roof for thousands of rare species of animals and plants. In those dense and humid canopies, Bornean orangutans swing on the towering branches, quietly living in the shade. Further away, Sumatran tigers, a ferocious beast on the brink of extinction, silently move through the carpet of rotting leaves. This is also home to Sumatran pygmy elephants, Javan rhinos, clouded leopards, and many other endemic primates and birds with brilliant colors and unique sounds. To preserve this precious biodiversity, Indonesia has established many national parks such as Gunung Luser, Waikamba, Bukit Barisan Selatan, and Tanjung Puting, which not only protect natural habitats but also open up opportunities for scientific research and responsible ecotourism. However, urban expansion, deforestation for logging, palm oil plantations, and mining have put severe pressure on the forest ecosystem. Fortunately, conservation efforts from the government, international organizations, and local communities are helping to keep Indonesia's forests not only the green lungs of Southeast Asia, but also a symbol of hope for a sustainable future. When leaving the crowded tourist centers and bustling coastlines, Indonesia also attracts visitors with its peaceful small islands, where time seems to slow down and life becomes surprisingly simple. Among them, Gili Islands is famous as a sea paradise with clear blue water like jade, long stretches of white sand, and wonderful fresh air. This is an ideal destination for relaxing, diving to see coral, or simply immersing yourself in the magical sunset. Besides Gili, little-known gems such as Belitung and Derawan Islands also attract visitors with their wild natural beauty and have not been overexploited by tourism. Belitung is known for its majestic granite beaches and quiet beaches, while Derawan stands out for its rich marine ecosystem and is home to many rare species such as sea turtles, rays, and sometimes even small whales. More than just a paradise for beach lovers, these islands also offer a rare sense of peace. Days here begin with the sound of lapping waves and end in the quiet purple light of the afternoon. The simple, authentic lives of the locals, from fishermen, craftsmen to street vendors, make every encounter warm and friendly. Small villages, idyllic markets, and traditional festivals still take place regularly, making every trip not only an exploration of beautiful scenery but also a cultural experience rich in identity. Behind Indonesia's stunning natural beauty and diverse cultural heritage lies the warm hearts and special spirits of its people. Indonesians are renowned for their genuine hospitality, always ready to welcome visitors with warm smiles and attentive care. Although the country has more than 300 ethnic groups and hundreds of languages, they still live in harmony under one roof, where diversity does not mean division, but is the fabric to weave a colorful yet cohesive society. Religion is also an important part of the spiritual life of the people here. From the mosques of Java, Hindu temples in Bali, to the Christian churches and Buddhist temples scattered across the islands, Indonesia demonstrates an admirable tolerance and religious harmony. This is what makes a culture not only rich but also full of humanity. One of the fundamental values that make up the Indonesian identity is the philosophy of life gotong royong, the spirit of community support, helping people unite and support each other in all circumstances, from daily work to traditional festivals. This philosophy is not only a social principle but also an inspiration for every trip, where visitors can feel the warmth and deep attachment between people. Through stories, unexpected encounters over a cup of sweet tea, or a simple meal in the countryside, visitors will see the beauty of the spiritual life of the Indonesian people, an inner source of strength that helps this country stay bright and develop sustainably. It is the people here, with their gentleness and friendliness, that make the journey to explore Indonesia meaningful and unforgettable. When the journey ends, perhaps what remains is not just the overwhelming landscape or the rich cuisine, but the feeling of touching a part of the soul of Asia, where tradition and modernity go hand in hand, where nature and people are still closely linked as in the beginning. Indonesia is not a place you just come and go, but a place that makes you want to come back to explore deeper, to understand better, and sometimes simply to listen to yourself among the natural wonders that still whisper in your ears. And when you leave this country, you will bring more than just photos, you will bring a part of Indonesia in your heart. If you love this journey of discovery, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next interesting videos. And leave a comment to share your feelings or the places you want me to explore in the future.